Last time on Lawful Stupid. You've all three stepped through this door after being handed a note card, and it says, mission, travel to Joonga, find the source of the floods, investigate, resolve. And as you turn one specific corner, there is an individual who is coolly, just so coolly, leaning up back against a rock, and he says, codename's Breeze. I'm your guide for this little adventure you guys get to be on. Take the middle path through the woods. When you come to the second split, you're going to take the left one. There's only 2 roads there. So middle and left. All right? As you're setting up camp and you're maybe sitting around the fire, you hear crunching of leaves. Next to your head is what looks like a very flat, low to the ground metal spider. It has some sort of symbol on it. It quickly scampers out of sight and is gone. You're well rested. You have met Breeze, who is your guide. You've got to spend a little bit more time with each other, and the last thing you remember him telling you is, you just gotta trust yourselves. And this whole test, this whole thing you're going on, this mission, everything, is for you to rely on one another. But you do have a mission to go on, and you're still continuing through these woods. You've already passed the first intersection, and you took the correct path down the middle. And so he tells you to just keep going, and the next split that you come to, you're supposed to stay to the left. Is there any morning conversation you'd like to have before we jet set?
Nope.
Do I remember this metal spider?
Yes. Yep, you all would.
Vividly enough that I can create one with minor illusion?
No. You saw it just briefly enough to see that it looked like a spider. Maybe you didn't even notice it was metal.
Okay. Nope.
And I don't know if you bring that up to the others. Yeah, and if you don't, then it's just a thing you guys all kind of hold internally.
I'd like to roll hold internally.
Roll a d6 for me.
No.
And add a d20. So you travel through the woods, and still beautiful day today. Sun is out, birds chirping, and eventually you come to what looks like a very hollowed out section of this forest, and in a large, probably 200-foot radius, the trees have all been cut down. And suddenly the sound of birds is gone, obviously because they have nowhere to really stay. And it becomes eerily quiet in this section of the woods.
All the leaves are brown. Yeah.
All the leaves are brown.
All the leaves are brown. I'm sorry, I heard it.
All the leaves are brown.
Do I see anything out of the ordinary other than the fact there's a 200-foot clearing? Are these does this look magical? Does this look human?
Are there burn marks?
It looks like it's happened a long time ago, perhaps. These don't look like freshly cut stumps.
Are they cut evenly? Like it was
yeah, exactly.
For lumber?
Evenly?
Or is it there was some sort of incident or?
No, it looks like they were purposely cut.
Okay.
That's what we're getting at. Yes, purposely.
There's traps afoot. Are any of these made of hickory?
It's actually a hickory forest.
Are any of them... A quick question. Are any of them made of dickory?
No, this is the dockwoods.
I
These
see.
are all dockwood. Okay. Yeah.
The hickory dockwoods.
So actually,
no dickory.
Just became the dockwoods.
There better be plenty of mice about, sir.
You walk to what would be the kind of the path you're on leads almost to the center of this large area where the trees are cut down, almost perfectly center. And it looks like the road where he said it's going to split one more time to the left and right. And this looks like that split.
Is there a sign?
There is no sign.
Yeah, well, boy. I suppose we go to the left.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and you can see as you are nearing what would be the edge of where the forest continues, suddenly a character you recognize steps out, Breeze, and he says, "Still making good time." And as he continues to step toward you, about 6 other guys walk out of the woods behind him.
Breeze, look out behind you.
Oh, I know who's behind me, old friend. And these guys look gnarly. I mean, they're pretty buff, pretty rad. They're tatted up, sleeveless shirts, if they're even wearing shirts. High boots, and they all have swords or knives, and there's one who has a crossbow. And he says, well, let's see what you got. And so quicker than you've seen him move at all, because his speech defies him in this moment. It seems like he's a pretty chill guy. He moves so swiftly, and he's able to get back behind these 6 guys that are in front of you. And we will roll initiative.
Greetings, fantasy fans and adventure aficionados. I'm your host, Kip Gilligan. To my left is the legendary Stormclad Thundertongue.
Now who in the hell's put sleeves on my suit?
Join us every Monday to watch teams of heroes rise through the ranks of the League of Ultimate Questing.
We're serving up a double-decker high fantasy blood sport burger with all the comedy fixins and no napkins. Bring a bib, because things are gonna get messy. Oh, yeah!
Visit slapdashstudios.com or wherever your favorite podcasts are available. No dungeon too deep, no quest too questionable. This is the League of Ultimate Questing.
My name is Telkadar. I'm the party barbarian. We've been adventuring for a long time, and sometimes I can't keep my rage up as long as I used to. I was diagnosed with erectile dysfunction. It affects 2 out of 5 barbarians my age. That's when I discovered Viagra. Longer, more satisfying rages for me and my opponent. I'm always ready when my friends need me to bring the fury.
Ask your party cleric if Viagra is right for you. Contact an apothecary for any rages lasting more than 4 hours. We keep you raging hard on the battlefield.
Viagra, my anger will not be silenced.
I hate him. I've made my decision. I hate him.
She's never mind. I see.
So, as you rolled, who got 20 or higher? Okay, 15 to 20.
Lucian got a 15.
William, 16.
Lucian 16 and William.
Lucian 15.
William, 16.
William 16. And then 10 to 15.
Miss B with 12.
What is your dex mod?
+3.
+3. Okay. So there's not a whole lot of cover to be had here, obviously, because you're in the middle of this deadened forest. And so what we'll do is William, you are up first. You have these 6 individuals sort of in a line, almost they're almost arcing. It's like the guys on the opposite ends are kind of have taken a step toward you, and Breeze remains still watching.
All right. I will How far away from me are they?
I'd say they're about 60 feet from you.
I will back up 30 feet and cast Eldritch Blast on the guy with the crossbow.
Okay, roll damage for me, or roll attacks.
Nope, that's a miss. It's a 6.
Okay, you shoot this flash, and you're so far away, perhaps, that he sees it.
It's also a nat 1.
Dodge out of the way. What's going to happen there is you will drop your pen out of your pocket onto the ground.
It would be in my hand, but yeah, I drop it.
Will you drop that then? And then we're going to move on to Lucian.
I am going. How far away are they from me?
60 from you.
Okay. Then I am going to say a silent prayer and say. I'm not saying a silent prayer. I'm going to say a prayer because I'm going to say it. If I was silent, I wouldn't say it.
Do it, coward.
I'm going to say a prayer, and it's going to be, Lady of Light, let your light reveal where our enemies are weak. And I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
And Fairy Fire?
It is a dex save of 13 for all those creatures. Any creature in the area the spell is cast is also outlined in light. If it fails its save, for the duration, they spread 10-foot light. And any attack roll against an affected creature has advantage if the attacker can see it.
All right, so the 6 fail. Breeze passes.
Okay. And then I'm going to lay down prone, and I'm going to use call and response. Stay low. Breeze is the real threat.
Breeze is on our side.
To be determined. Next up in the line is Miss B.
I hate everything. I guess she will pull out a short bow. See how well that goes, because they're far away.
Okay.
And they're 60 ahead.
That's correct.
And from what I remember from some of the things with short bows, at disadvantage if they're far away, but like, how does this work?
It has a range.
What's the range
will
of that
be
thing?
blank/blank.
60. I think it's 60-120 on a short bow. Or
On my short bow, it's popping up as 80 and 320.
oh, perfect.
Yeah.
You're good. Don't even
So
worry
as
about it.
long as it's within 80, you don't have disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Cool beans.
In fact, you have advantage because of Fairy Fire.
Because of Fairy Fire, yeah.
Sweet. Well, let's go 2 dice. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
It also triggers your sneak attack.
Well, it's a 19 to hit one of the guys, whoever's dead center.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to call them bow,
Goons.
dagger, sword, axe, staff,
Okay.
and short sword. Well, I know, or
Did
sword. We'll
did
say
you
long
say
sword.
did you say staff in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Staff
Noted.
guy. Was gonna go bow, and then you said staff. I'm like, staff guy. That's that guy.
Okay. What's your damage? Which one do you want to go for? Staff guy, you said?
Yeah, staff guy.
Okay.
He has an infection.
That sounds about right.
PH.
7, 8, 9. 9 damage. Because I get sneak attack as well.
Okay, yeah, so this must be the new guy. So what is you shoot an arrow, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you shoot an arrow and it's straight into the heart, not even really much blood, and it takes it. He's down.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Can I bonus hide somewhere?
Can you hide?
Can I hide? Is there a place to hide?
You can take was it like half, 3/4 cover or half cover or something? I think is what you can do. But I think to do that requires. That's not a bonus action. That's an action, right?
Bonus action because I'm a rogue and we're level 2.
Oh,
So-
yes.
3/4 cover and cover are actually an object of cover can give you that benefit. Hiding doesn't give you cover. It's concealment, not cover. You know that, Devin.
Makes sense. So, you would not be able to hide here. giant open field, sun, trees chopped down. But I will let you, if you want to get behind the stumps in order to take cover, you can.
I will do that.
Okay,
Since you were
so
giving
that's going to put you prone. You'd have to lay down in order to do that.
That's fine.
As long as you. Okay.
Is it fair to say that I would have done that as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be about the only way you could lay fetal sideways if you want. It's still laying down, but yeah, you're there. However you're doing it, you're doing it. Okay, now it is the turn. I'm going to group these enemies to attack, and that's how. So what I'm seeing is I've got Lucian. You're 60 feet still, correct?
Correct. Prone,
but you're
and
down. Yeah, but you're
behind
prone.
cover.
William has moved back to 90 feet. And Ms. B, you are
With Lucian prone.
okay. So you're running. Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
So the bow guy is going to take a shot at because the only one who's still standing they can see pretty clearly is going to be William. He's going to roll an attack there, and he's going to roll a 17 plus 4.
I mean, yeah, he hit.
And that is going to do 7 damage.
Oh, okay.
And that ends his turn. And then dagger, longsword, axe, and short sword will all run up 30 feet to try to get to you guys. And so they are still at 30 feet beyond. And Breeze is just going to watch. And that ends his turn. And so now it is back to the top of the line with William.
What about Irvine, Breeze?
Yeah, he's just watching. He's just watching. That's his turn.
Gay. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on the guy with the bow again. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Let's see. Better. 13.
It hits.
I deal 2 damage.
Okay.
And then
He's peeved.
I lay down in the forest. Apparently that's the thing we're doing.
Let's name this episode. I lay down in the forest. Okay, great. Now on to Lucian.
I am going to crawl back 15 feet.
Gotcha.
And then I will cast. I'll just cast Sacred Flame on Bowman.
Okay.
So that is a dex save.
Doop. That is an 18 plus whatever.
That is successful.
Okay.
Past turn.
All right, and now we're going on to Ms. B.
Pre-rolled. Will you get mad if I have a nat 20?
No, I'm out of that. You tell me who you're shooting at there.
It's gonna be what was it?
Shoot Breeze.
Club.
Bowman.
Huh? The Bowman? Sure, Bowman.
Okay. And damage? You said it was roll me damage.
Yeah, it'd be 10 damage.
Okay, and what's your
Speaking
max
of-
die on that? Is it 10 on your max die?
For a bow, it's 6.
Short bow.
Okay, so I'm going to take a max die plus a roll. So you have. So add 6 to it. So whatever you had plus 6. What did you have originally?
I rolled a 1 for damage.
Oh, you rolled
Plus-
a 1 for. Okay.
So
Yeah.
7.
Well, still, he goes down. You again, in similar fashion, are just hearts and minds, but in a way that kills people. And you shoot him.
In his heart.
Shot
and
through
his
the
mind.
heart. Shot through the heart.
Yeah,
And I'll
she
be
goes down.
standing there because I stood
Okay.
up.
And you are now standing. Excellent. All right, so now they are within range to. So Dagger is going to run up to the only standing person that's close enough to him. Actually, you're the only one standing currently. Attack, and that is going to be 3. So he's going to swipe at you, and you are going to duck that. Longsword is going to run up to you as well, to the right of Dagger, and is going to swing and a miss. Axe runs to the left of Dagger. He swings, and as he does, he is going to accidentally hit the back of the leg of the Daggerman. Okay. And then lastly is Short Sword, who is going to come up to the right side of you. 11.
11 does not hit.
Okay, so all of these guys miss, but you are completely surrounded. And it is Breeze's turn. And he makes a call into the air, and his bird comes down and lands on his arm, and he seems to be talking to it. And we're back to the top of the lineup. William.
I use 15 movement speed to stand up, and then did the bowman die?
He's dead. Yep.
All right, cool. I pick the staffman is still alive.
There's
No,
short
he
sword.
died.
Yeah, staff's gone and bow is gone. You've got dagger, longsword, axe, and short sword.
All right, I shoot longsword, but Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
It's a 10.
Does not hit.
I lay back down.
Okay, on to Lucian.
I'm going to stand up, and I want to put myself directly in the middle of these guys.
Okay, so I'm going to put you
We're really learning
shouldered.
a lot about Lucian right here. I like it.
I'm going to put you shouldered. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to put you shouldered with Miss B. And so what you'll have directly in front of you, but still within, I'm guessing, range of all those individuals, is your axe, the dagger, the long sword, and the short sword, within 10 feet at max.
I want to be, if we're talking about squares, I want to put myself on the square that's touching as many of their squares. I want them within 5 feet of me.
Okay, so you're going to be on the other side of dagger then.
Yeah, I'll go around.
You'll go around and you'll have axe, dagger, long sword.
Okay, and then I'm going to just hold up my shield, which is also my holy symbol, and I feel like I'm like concentrating this will of light from my deity like into my holy symbol like I usually do, but instead of traveling down my left arm where my shield is, it travels down my right arm to where this bracer is that I got, and I kind of feel the energy erupt, and I see it, a flash of light come from there as I cast Word of Radiance.
Do it. And then what does that do as far as...
it's a Constitution saving throw for every creature within 5 feet of me.
Okay.
Each creature of my choice. So if Miss B...
Axe fails, dagger passes, and then I got an 11 for longsword. I don't know what that looks like.
That's a fail.
Okay, so 2 fail. So axe and longsword fail.
Axe takes 5 damage. Longsword takes 6.
Dang. Okay. And when that happens, Axe, he's looking the wrong way, and he doesn't really he doesn't see you coming, first of all, and this attack just overtakes him, and he collapses to the ground, dropping the axe. But that does cause Longsword to turn and face you. And Miss B?
So I'm going to drop the short bow, take out one of my daggers, and go for, I think it was longsword that turned towards Lucian.
Yes.
We're in the same spot, and I should get sneak attack because my buddies.
I'll allow it. He's turned, yeah.
Yeah, sure. So it'll be 15 to hit.
It does.
Sweet. 9 damage.
Don't forget you have advantage on all your attacks.
You have advantage too.
I already did it.
Well. Okay.
I rolled
and so you slice across the back of his legs, and that crumples him to the ground. And then as he crumples, you stab into the chest, and he's dead. Dagger and short sword immediately turn to run away from you. And so if you are there, and actually both of you can take attack of opportunity if you want.
I do not want to.
Okay. And then what about you, Miss B?
Because Lucian did not, I will refrain.
Okay. And you see them run away back into the forest. And you're out of combat.
As they run, any of the guys that are downed by us that are still able to be saved, I'm going to spare the dying.
The only one I would say could do that, or Axe could, perhaps. Actually, let's do... Yeah, Axe could, because Longsword got a double tap that ended him. So Axe can.
Yeah, I'll spare the dying on Axe.
He comes back to life. And he grits his teeth at you almost as if he's ready to fight again. But then looks around. What are you doing?
You just need to rest. You
Get off of me! And he, as much as he can, pushes you kind of away.
Yeah. I back up freely.
Yeah, limps to the woods.
I'm gonna pick up my pen and join the group.
Okay. As he got up, he kind of grabbed something off of the body of the longsword, and he's about to run into the edge of the woods when Breeze pulls out his rifle and just no scopes and kills him, shoots him dead.
No scopes, you say?
No scopes, man.
What? I didn't know Breeze's alternate ego was XX360 underscore no scopes XX.
Blaze it 420.
But today I learned. Oh, laser
Yeah.
420. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate the assist.
And he puts his rifle back behind him, and he walks up and he almost looks a little downtrodden, and he says, "You did well. You survived."
It's more than I can say for that, man.
And he looks around, especially the one that Miss B double tapped, or in this case, Hummingbird double tapped. And he said, "And that one there."
Yeah. But he hadn't already given up. He wasn't already running.
Are you gonna bury these people again?
Yes, of course.
Oh my god.
And why would you bury him? You think they deserve some kind of ritual or something there?
I do.
I mean, I appreciate where you come from, and I get probably, what your dig is. But do you know who these people are?
I don't imagine they were very good people.
They're not good people. These woods have been vacated for a long time. Do you know what these trees are cut down for?
No.
Paper?
Well, we have beginning to manufacture paper. These trees are cut down because they're like prison camps that are built by the bandits in these woods. They've been vacated. You know what they do? They capture people in the surrounding village. They go, the tourists who come in from different places to Ariston, to Red Eye of the World, to Joonga. There's different places on this island. And they capture them. They become slaves. And they become tortured victims. And they do it all in the name of what? Gold? And so he walks over because he's not, I guess he's probably 100 yards from where that guy was. He says, and he yells loud enough, he says, "Let's see what our friend decided was so important he had to take off his friend before I shot him dead." And he reaches down to his hand, and he holds up, and what you can see kind of glinting in the sun back to you. 2 gold pieces. He kind of comes back, and he tosses the 2 gold pieces, not violently, just kind of like to make a point to Gale. He tosses them at you. I don't know if you catch him or not.
I catch him.
He says, and they have a little blood on him from where he'd been shot. And he says, "Take a look at that. That kind of thing right there is happening here all the time. I told these boys that I knew there was a group of 3 people walking through here who had more coin than I'd seen in a long, long time. 1, because I have to put you to a test. I have to know you can fight. 2, you help me rid the forest of some of these monsters. And there are good people and there are bad people, and I get what you're doing. But you have to know the difference."
Lucian is going to walk up and without even his head's down, without even looking up, he reaches his hand out and he touches Breeze on the chest.
Breeze will look for a moment. He won't move, but he'll look.
There's darkness in your heart too, Breeze. There's darkness that stained your life. Maybe not as much as these guys, but there's some in there. Isn't it a comforting thought to know that when you die, that doesn't have to come with you? That there's a beautiful light beyond this world. It's going to remove that darkness from you and let you continue on pure? Doesn't that
I used to think I'm a worshiper of Animos myself, and goddess of air, goddess of life, goddess of all things renewed. And for a long time, I believe that same thing. I believe, you know what? There's some good things coming afterwards, and there's good things that come to those who try hard. But you see these fellas here, they took the one good thing I had in a partner in this life. Me and my pal here at the KNG. And they tortured him for a long time, trying to get me to come out to, because we'd been working on the camps real good. Been working on him. I don't know how they got him. They got him, but he would not turn me in. And so I decided then that I would make it my personal endeavor and assignment to rid the woods of this filth. And they just keep multiplying faster than I can do it. But every once in a while, K&G tosses me some new trainees, and I get to walk them through here. And on the way, you get to help me expunge these woods of these terrible people. And that's my burden to bear, and I'm okay with that. Darkness, you're right. But you almost need to have the ugliness inside of you like I do, so I can sleep at night.
Well, I can sleep at night just fine, even if I'm a little tired, or if it took me a little bit longer to get there. So you can keep watching from the sidelines, that hate in you, or you can grab a shovel and help me dig.
Nah. I'll keep watching from the sidelines. That's only because I'll do my best work from a long distance. And he kind of looks at the other two and he says, "You may not agree with it, but we've all got our problems. And we've all got our secrets. But I do want you to know that you did a good job. Protected each other. Protected yourselves. Used the environment. That's good."
Miss B is already working on digging these holes because she knows this is what Lucian's going to do at this point. So she's just going to do it until we get done faster.
Okay. And William, are you going to help or are you just chilling?
Oh, that's a hard no.
That's fair.
I picture he's just like on a stump, like you guys got done yet? How long does it take to do this?
No. In fact,
this is what I want. Yeah. Give it to me.
No. In fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my once per long rest ability. I'm gonna set my pen down on one of these stumps, and I can listen while doing this. And once they're done for the hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever the fuck they're doing, I'm going to go inside my pen.
Okay.
And I'm going to relax on the cushions and stuff and just hang out in the nice air-conditioned space that is Eshi's vessel while they're doing this manual labor.
Does, begs the question, does Eshi manifest in any way here more so than when you are outside of the pen?
Yeah, she would be residing. This is her vessel. So this is where she stays when I don't summon her out to chit chat with her.
Okay. And I can't remember. Did I say what Eshi looked like in the episode? I think she was kind of like a ghostly figure in the first one, like a.
I described her in the background thing that I gave you.
Type. We can find this. So she's sitting there with you. Then she's reading an old book of some kind. As
Shahrazad's Thousand Tales.
Step inside.
Yeah. I just hang out. They're digging graves out there, and I thought it's way more comfortable in here with you.
Digging graves was always fun. But why aren't you joining them?
Because they're digging graves. That's not my speed.
Yes. Oh, and she hands you over a cup. It has like a shot of blackberry brandy in it. He goes, "This is probably more your speed anyway."
Super is. I relax for the next hour and a half to 2 hours, however long it takes you guys to dig graves.
And is it weird that he is suddenly gone to you two, or do you notice? I mean, I guess it's something he's done before, you think, or
you probably don't fucking notice. No, I haven't activated it yet with them.
Okay.
To be clear, because it's 1 day use.
I didn't expect him to help out, and I imagine he's off somewhere. I don't think I'd really pay attention.
Okay. The bodies
Yep.
are buried. It's hot now. It's high noon, and you've kind of broken a sweat, and you're on your way again. I guess you've come out of the pen at this point. William, how do you know they're done? What's the sign?
Because I can hear.
Okay.
I can
You
hear.
said you can still hear what's going on full well. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear what's going on around the pen.
It's hot out, so I'm gonna take off my overcoat. I'm bare underneath of it, just muscled teen body, dripping with sweat. As I light a cigarette and walk towards the sunset. But then I tie the sleeves of my coat across my waist.
Is Lucian kind of hot?
Is he kind of hot?
Not kinda.
Is he hot?
He was
springs
right up
hot?
until he tied his sweatshirt around his waist.
Oh,
I was thinking like, oh, that's gonna be the thing to ruin it. Then I thought about it. I was like, nope,
Yep.
still hot.
Nope. That
So is
ruins
he
it,
jacked
sorry.
canonically?
What's that?
Is he jacked?
I mean, he's
Always, every day.
I would say wiry.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely underweight for his height, but he's toned.
Okay.
But he fights great in his class, you know?
So
Ain't worried about it.
soon after you've left kind of this, the dead circle of the Dock Woods. That's the title of the book. Someone's got it right.
Yeah.
William is like refreshed, by the way. Like they've just
Looks
been digging a
great.
grave. He's like feeling good about his life.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What's your spirit's name again?
Eshy.
Eshy gave you a manicure while you were in there, mani pedi.
Oh yeah, they look real clean. Oh, I'm with it. I'm not against it. They're like clean and polished. He's a
Man,
man
Miss
of
B is
luxury.
just toughing it. Like hair in a ponytail, rolled up sleeves, partial dress thing that she's got. It's fine. Everything is fine.
It's fine.
Moving on.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. Lawful Stupid just jumped over. First of all, it's free, and we love that. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, wherever you're at, on the go. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you. There are a lot of other vendors out there, a lot of platforms that they will make sure your podcast gets to. So it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money from your podcast with zero minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. One thing we love at Lawful Stupid, among the other things we love at Lawful Stupid, is spreading the word about your business. Or maybe you want to tell your sweet, sweet grandma that you love her for the world to hear. We want to give you that chance. If you're a business and want to get your services on the air, or just want to tell a loved one a personal message, head on over to lawfulstupid.org/message in a bottle. There you can take around 250 words to say what you want. Business ads are $20, personal ads are $10. Tell the world what you have to hear with Lawful Stupid's Message in a Bottle. You travel for a little while longer, and by a little while longer, I mean it's probably it's 3 more days. 3 more days of these flat plains you finally come to. Things are changed a little bit, so you're a little bit more hopeful, but you don't run into anybody on the way. And then you still wonder, where's Breeze? Because you haven't seen him for a few days. And then finally in the distance, you see very sparse, separated, but you can tell it's a small village, and this must be it. This has got to be the place. You've been following the path that you were given and the directions that Breeze gave to you.
So canonically, we've been traveling for a few days total, right? Like, just based on what you've told me.
Yeah, so it would be in all a total of about 8 days.
That we've been traveling.
Yes.
First of all, let me just heal right up. Is there anything that your characters would have like communicated over this timeline? Specifically, that my guy would know.
I feel like Lucian would be trying to like explain what he's done and why he's doing it as per his faith, and I think that he would also be very, very showing a lot of gratitude towards Miss B for helping him dig those graves. Probably giving her the choicest of the rations that he's prepared.
Miss B is just, like I said, she's toughing it and dealing with the cards she's been dealt. So any small chit chat is probably like just short and pleasant, but nothing like surface deep.
Cool. On William's side, consistent, because there's no getting away from you guys. He's like talking to somebody that doesn't exist for you guys. Like having conversations. And it's very normal for him to do this. He's just doing it in front of you because like there's no private time anymore.
Yeah, I'd probably bring that up.
Yep.
Who's Eshi?
I'm sorry?
Who's Eshi?
Oh, she's a patron of mine. She gives me power in exchange for doing work for her. Similar to what you have. Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, I you're not the first warlock I've met.
Good to know.
So Eshi can hear us though, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, if she has anything that she needs to say to us, just let us know.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, happy to pass along any messages that she may or may not need to give to you. I think we're all good here. She seems not to hate you, which is good. She's a fine person. Spirit thing. We're not into labels, you know?
No, I understand.
Miss B just nodding along. Like, yeah, that's perfectly normal.
Yeah, speaking of talking to people that don't exist, you have a god, and I'm not sure that I've, like, gotten that name down. You know, for me, William.
I'm not sure what I'm being asked.
Well, who's your god?
Nova.
Yes, that makes sense. Thank you for letting me know, William. Because Dwayne knows, but I'm not sure that William knows.
Oh, sure.
We've never had a conversation.
Got it.
Trying to lock that in.
Yeah, her name's Nova. She's Lady of Light. I'm really lucky that she shares some of her power with me.
Yeah. Luck. Good point. It's nice of you to bury those graves. Or dig those graves.
You hear Eshi say, ask him about those bracers. Something's coming to me. They seem familiar.
Gale.
Or Night.
That's
or
what you
Nightingale.
did. No, Gale is what Breeze said to call you, and he's super cool. So I'm going to do what he says.
I'm not super down with him killing people, but he is pretty cool.
As she wants to know about those bracers, she says there's something interesting about them.
Yeah, I got them from the armory, and they had Nova's symbol on them, so I kind of figured that's for me, right? I think that the what's that guy's name? or his title, the guy who checked these out to us.
Oh, it's the armorer. I don't even remember what I got.
The armorer.
The armorer said it was
quartermaster.
one of the racers of the 6. So presumably there's 5 more out there for the other main deities.
Oh, great. Let's find those 5. There's 6 deities. I'm not
Yeah, there are.
big on the religions.
The 6, as they're referred to collectively.
And so here's what I'll tell you, actually. So what you would know about the Immortal 6 specifically, and probably from your time you spent training in the temple, the Immortal 6 are pretty popular figures in the lore for all of the pantheon of the 6 major gods.
So most people would know about the Immortal 6.
Yes, and so the Immortal 6 were apparently this, and that, he can tell you, or you can know or not know how much you decide to know. The Immortal 6 were each a representative for their respective the god, because the people believe, and you guys would know this, people believe that the gods, the 6 gods, all created the certain different races and placed them. They each got their own continent to create on, and so they each created different races in the world. And so these Immortal 6 were sort of the champions of their deity, and they work as a team to travel around, keep peace, and everyone's pretty familiar with all of the gods, and they're all pretty friendly as far as that goes, except for one that sticks out. And so your character would know this as well, Shane, that the god that no one particularly cares for because of what he represents his name is Kinos, or the Void is what they'll call him as well. And he's kind of like the god of like the shady deals, the deception, the darkness, the opposite, very opposite of light, obviously. And so other than that, but the warriors all represented, the best parts of their deities. And so though the particular races you had belonged to that warrior for Nova.
And I share all of that freely.
Devin, if you just send me a list of those names, because I assume I would know at least their names.
Well, yeah. Yep.
You don't have to do it right now. I just want that for my notes. That's all. Well, it's nice to walk with someone who has nice copy paste. Who walk with someone who also has power from an immortal being.
Yeah. We should do all right, especially with Miss B watching our backs.
Oh yeah, she does most of the work, and I like that a lot.
She's pretty violent, I'm noticing.
She takes care of people.
Yeah, she does.
It's just a good thing she can't hear you. I don't know that was Ash's voice, but I took it that way.
No. It super fits.
I just assumed Ashley was like, she's violent as fuck. That's awesome.
Yep. Okay. And so you make it to this town. As you were coming in, you noticed there were a lot of people working out in these fields. It's become a marshy environment. They are farmers. Some are planting in some fields. Some are just tending to fields that have grown up. And some are even reaping from fields that have seemed to have grown, different fruits and vegetables and wheats and grains and all these various agricultural produces, things, whatever. They're doing the work. The village, you'll notice, it seems to be every building you see is on some sort of stilt. What you notice is that some of these buildings, they are lowered to ground level, while a majority of these buildings remain at least 8 to 10 feet on stilts in the air. But the devices that they're sitting on looks like they can be moved up and down to the different levels. So you can move the building can be moved to be on the ground level or moved up. And as you traipse through, your boots get muddy because you're in this marshland, and you enter into what you believe is the city of Joonga. And people stare at you as you come through. This seems to be a very tribal, mostly tribal village. And so they all are dressed in very minimal clothing, darker skin. They're often in the sun. And so they will stop and look at you briefly and then go back to work.
I hate this so much.
Yeah.
Do you realize how much work it's going to take to get this mud out of my pants?
Not used to getting your hands dirty, huh?
He didn't shovel at all. I don't think he knows.
Why would I? Why would I get my hands dirty?
Fair enough.
Pass.
And as you come into town, the buildings, they begin to change because what they look like originally on the stilts, even though they're on stilts, they have these decks that circle all of the buildings, walkways, obviously. And then so the buildings are all round, mostly round, and they're made out of a light coating of almost like hay and mud slapped together, maybe some rocks or pebbles thrown in there for the side structure. And then it's just hay and leaves, like these large leaves they found for the roof. That's what most of the buildings look like. Some of the other buildings are like normal city buildings you've seen. And that would be mostly... actually, you guys are all from fairly larger cities except for Miss B.
Mm-hmm.
And so for more, it may be a little bit more homier for you because it's not like the big city. It's a little more secluded.
Mm. I kind of like it here. Not so much the mud.
Yeah, no, that's awful. Let's find an inn. That's where people know things.
Sure.
Okay. And as you don't take you long before you walk in and you see a place that actually just has the words inn, INN. And there's nothing fancy about it, but it says enough to you that you know that that's where you need to go.
Is there like a universal symbol in your world that is like for inns?
Like a red roof.
It'll be a bed and like what is obviously a bed, and then also like a beer mug. Those are just like carved.
Okay.
We'll do that.
No,
yeah.
I'm trying to give our DM an opportunity.
It's
to
a
world
red
build.
roof with also.
Oh, you don't have to. Do
But that's just a coincidence for this one.
It is just one time.
It's a what is the 8 motel? We can just rip off
It's
motel
Hotel
chains.
9.
Until 6.
Yeah, Motel 6. There you go.
Oh no, you I know what you're talking about. What is it?
Motel 8 or something like that.
The one that
Super
starts with
8
H,
or
you
something.
said. Super 8. Those motels.
I don't know, man.
Anyway.
And you walk in. What kind of doors do we have? Are they swinging bar doors or regular doors?
Or were they half doors, but like vertical?
Like a saloon?
Where you like you have
Baby
to,
gates that you have to
Push
step
them
over.
down and they.
You have to push them down, they pop back up.
You have
You have to push them
barrel
down
in.
and up. Yeah.
You get into this place, and the patrons all seem to look a lot like the people as you walked in. Look like farmers. There's a table off to your right. As you walk in, there's some younger guys. They are human males, and they are dressed in this more militaristic red garb. And they're just and they look young, and they're just being loud and obnoxious. And some of the people in there, the other patrons, have kind of moved away. You can tell that they've given some space between the tables that they're at and the ones where the boys are. And the bartender, every once in a while, passes a glance over.
Do I know this red garb? Does that, like you said, it's a militaristic? Is that like, does that stand out to me? Is that something I know?
You do not know. It looks familiar, but you just can't place it, is what I'll tell you.
So
let's do that.
I would know a lot about the nobles and the noble family since I'm a courtier. So wouldn't I recognize their military uniform? Since I'm a courtier, and that's
I'll give
my,
you that they are part of. They're part of the Red Guard of Ariston.
All right, cool. Red Guard of Ariston. All right, cool. That's my whole steez is knowing about royalty and countries.
Yeah, so they are the Red Guard of Ariston. At least their uniforms tell you that.
Okay, cool. They could be lying.
I would like to go and approach the young soldiers who are a little bit raucous and causing a bad time. I'd like to accuse them of over drinking while implying that I'm on their side, but of a slightly higher rank, only to then realize that they are only drinking root beer. And
that's a real life story that happened to us. We were accused of drinking alcohol in uniform, but it was root beer, and that guy looked like an idiot when he found out.
No, I don't have anything to say to these people. I'm sorry.
You do that. No, go ahead, Dwayne.
I do want to walk up there because they're causing a problem, right?
Yeah, they're causing a scene for sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk up and say, "Excuse me, who here is in charge of your?"
And there are
group?
4, so 3 of them like immediately glance over to this. He's a little bit bigger than the rest of them. Blonde hair, blue eyes, pretty good looking kid, but he's just
Aryan,
he's a punk is what he is.
An Aryan
so
from Arison.
Looks smugly at you. He stands up and he towers over you by about a foot. And he doesn't have it. He holds his helmet in his right hand.
This guy's 7 foot tall.
Yes, big boy. He stands over you and he says, I'm in charge. You got a problem here, bud?
No, but I believe the Zen does, and you and your group are causing quite a stir. And as someone from the Red Guard of Ariston, I don't believe you want to be casting such dispersions across your titles and ranks and your organization by drinking and causing a scene. That doesn't seem like something.
Hold on. And he looks in his drink and he like takes a drink, like downs it, and then slams the glass. He goes, "Oh, sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Could you start over? After the boring part."
Oh yes, you're all going to be demoted if you continue to do
and
this.
The 3 look afraid, but he looks at them and he's like, "Okay, bud. What's your rank? Who do you report to?"
I report to the. Let me do this.
Combination of history deception check.
Well, so I want to say, I want to look at him and say, my rank is not important, but as important is that I am a person of the courts, and I bend the ear of everyone who puts gold in your pocket when you do your job. And frankly, this is a backwater town, and for you to cause problems here is beneath you, disrespectful, and most importantly, boring. So if you don't stop, I will have your rank. And I will have you shoveling shit faster than you can count to 10. And that's not fast, so I got time.
One of the us going on 10. Is that quick? And then he looks around, and his friends, he looks at his friends, they're not laughing, but when he looks at them, they begin laughing, like a nervous chuckle. And so then he looks over at the bartender, and he says, hey, Lucille. And she, like, annoyed, looks up. So this guy says you want me gone. Is that true? You want me to take my boys and we'll get out of here? And she goes wide-eyed. And like a no, she doesn't say anything, but she's shaking her head no, and now everyone is watching all of you guys.
I continue with my tirade. Listen, sir, I don't want your name, I don't want your title or your rank, but if you continue this, you and I are going to have a problem, and it's not a problem you want to have. So move on, or I will have your rank. I'm happy to lie about
Let's
this.
do a persuasion check for me.
Okay, cool. Not great. 13.
So two of his cohorts they have heard enough, and they are afraid that they may have either their pay or their rank taken away, and so they do get up and slowly leave. And this guy says, "Hey, I didn't tell you guys you could leave." And so they stop and they look at each other and they look at you.
No, you should go.
And so they take one more step as you say that away, and one more step away. And he doesn't say anything, so they leave.
Listen here, titan of stupidity. Your friends have a brain. And listen, all I ask is you pay your tab and bolt. This isn't normal behavior for the Red Guard. Don't dishonor those uniforms you stand in.
This appeal works a little bit more with him. Instead of like I'm going to take this. It's kind of an appeal to his honor. And he does not like that. And so he kind of shuts his mouth up, looks at you smugly, stands, kind of readjusts his arm and says, yeah, I got some other things to do anyways. And so he says,
pay up your
looks at his
tab
friends,
and go.
Lucille, put on my tab, please.
No, sir. I said pay your tab and go.
He leaves. He ignores you after that and continues to walk out.
I cast Charm Person. Fuck this guy.
Okay. I need to roll something right to resist.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, he got a 19 plus. He's not.
All right, he
affected.
succeeds. Fuck this guy. I wish I had offensive magic right now.
Wish I had Fireball. I'd fucking kill him.
I'm going to take everyone out. And he leaves.
Bust this guy.
And everyone almost kind of breathes a sigh of relief.
Worm sits at the bar. Lucille, do you have blackberry brandy?
Mm-hmm. Best in these pots.
Great. I will have one.
She pours one and she says, I should charge you double.
For...
You don't need to be running them boys out of here. They are boys. But if you keep treating the only protection we got for the crop we grow, we ain't gonna be able to make it.
Yes, I understand. No good deed goes unpunished. I drink my drink.
Well, what do you have, young lady?
Would you happen to have tea?
Good glass of tea. Hot, cold?
Hot, please.
Absolutely coming up. And for you, sir?
Just water. Thank you.
It is hot out today. We have the best water in these pots. Everything seems to be the best thing. And she gives you that. She gives you the hot tea. And she says, now, of course, you ain't from around here, so what brings you to these pots? Which are the best?
We're trying to identify the source of all these floods.
Oh, Lord. And everyone else kind of perking ears as they hear you. She's like, I thought they'd send somebody, but I didn't know it'd be so quick. It's tearing us apart, to be honest. I'm so glad you're here, but if you really want to find out what's going on, you need to go talk to the mayor.
Oh, okay. Well, as soon as we finish our drinks, we'll go talk to him.
Absolutely, sugar. And you know what? On the house. If you hit it on the house, everybody. And she pours you each another of the thing you had.
Double water. I'm gonna be so fucking hydrated.
Double water.
She'll turn down a second tea. There's too many.
Turn down for what?
William does not turn it down. He puts a gold piece on the bar as a tip.
She says, and have y'all been here before?
No. Thank God.
No.
I knew the answer before you answered. So when you leave here to go see the mayor, you're going to want to take a left and follow that road until it becomes more cobblestone and not dirt. And in the town square, on the other side of the well, in a red building, ironically, is the mayor's office. And he'll be expecting you. Now, I don't want y'all to be leaving out of here on empty stomachs, so I'm going to go prepare you something, and I'll be right back in a jiffy.
Bring me all your eggs. Just kidding.
Well, we got a few kind of eggs. Would you like me to tell you about
No.
We've got really just chicken eggs. That's
good.
the only ones we got.
Ostrich eggs, chicken eggs, people eggs too.
People eggs too.
As she disappears, a man busts into the bar. Doors slam down and up and left and right. Whatever our doors do in this world right now. But everyone stops and turns. And there's a large, imposing man at the door. kind of like the sun coming in almost blackens his entire, like he's just a silhouette because you can't see his figures yet. His arms are against the post of the door and he says, "The floods are coming much sooner." And that's where we're in the episode.
Woo!
Well, that's exciting.
Oh, man.
Okay.
It's so good to see my good friend
Finnegan show up.
Finnegan show up.
My name is
Finnegan
Finn
Morris.
again. I told you I'd be back.
Oh no, I'm sorry. My son was just born. I am Daddy Gun.
I am son again.
Hey, so if you want to support the show, you can do so normally at sword.lawfulstupid.org. However, we're doing a team challenge. You can go to store.lawfulstupid.org and you can pick up a sticker of your choosing. The designs are just so good, and the 10 you need to buy are for Team Lucian, because whoever gets the most stickers purchased gets fame, notoriety, lots of like checks that will bounce, but ultimately they do get inspiration, so that's just key. Like William's gonna write some checks his butt can't cash, and he's gonna need that inspiration. So like, let's just remember
did
that.
say
So whoever purchases
Lucian
the
first.
most will be like getting that inspiration. So just remember that. Hashtag Team Lucian.
I agree. Hashtag Team Lucian. Now,
See my misdirect there?
I would like to just point out that I am.
Yeah, he just now caught it.
I love you. No, he caught.
Oh, I
I
thought you
said
were
it wrong. He caught it. I tagged on, and then he giggled, and I love it.
Hey. So I'm blown away that by how far Lucian is in the lead. I know that 3 days ago we released Sweaty Boy variant Lucian stickers, and I know that they are very sexy, but I didn't expect it to push me ahead so much.
I was weird that suspenders were on him. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
And that's
I
it.
mean,
Where do they attach
He's
to?
got that. He's got that V. His pants are a little bit too low. He's got that V. You know what I'm saying?
Deep V, like a shirt.
I love watching Avon take notes. But you know what the notes say? Fuck this, it's a stupid idea.
How do I get out of this podcast?
It says, "Dear Dream Diary, thank you." / you're welcome. Love, Avon.
Like, now they're the not suitable for work variants happening. So I was like, I guess fine.
It's suitable for
That's
work if you work
$69
at the place where they make Wrangler's jean calendars.
Well, anyway, because there are some variants coming out, Miss B should be in the lead now, because guess what's in a week and a day?
What's that?
My
I won't know until a week and a day from
Your
now.
birthday.
Yes.
What would you?
Hey,
if anyone
my
could get
birthday's
you a
in
gift,
7
what would it be?
days. Wait, did you say a week and a day?
Yeah, from this episode posting.
Oh, from
In
this
the
episode
future.
posting. Oh.
I'm working in the
Did we
future.
have the same
What are
birthday
you
and I
doing?
didn't know that?
You're so 2000 and late.
Yeah. Womp womp.
So what she's saying is, go buy them stickers as a birthday gift to her, because she wants that inspiration. I don't know who
Or-
I don't know who the lovable NPC is yet that you, because you had Findle, you got the proprietor. I'm gonna leave it up to box seats.
You got time, bro.
Me.
It's Shane.
Oh, so my turn. No, it's Shane's turn. It's Roll for Humanity. Let's do that
Hey, I'll roll for humanity. And you know what it said?
What?
It said 18.
Dang.
It said, "Here, Thurgood Marshall College Fund, have an 18." I said, "You fucking got it, boss."
It's a lot of monies. This is the best roll for any charity we've had.
It's because it's back in
yeah.
my hands and I roll uncommonly good.
first. Well, speaking of good rolls and dollars, if you give us some dollars and support us on Patreon, you get to access all the cool things in our Discord, as well as whatever releases on Patreon, like Uncle Shane Saw's tabletop stuff. So you should come check that out.
Come and join our Patreon.
We'll be waiting for you to spend your money on us so we can take it and
Cash
use it
in
on
your
other things we really
check.
like.
No, for real. You get the $50 tier. You get to see the in between shit. Like when I'm late to episodes, like you get to hear the bullshit in. When I'm more beers in than I should be at this recording, you get that. Like,
so currently we have Nekava, we have Zebra, and we have Afa, who are $50 patrons, and they are hanging out with us. And so that's really cool, and we thank them very much for that, for supporting us and loving us and staying with us. So
and
that's how you know we're
the
here.
chat messages the whole time, which is super fun, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get to hear all of the horribly racist, unsensitive things that we say before Ginge edits it out.
We use a strong word.
I don't know.
Devin.
Yeah. What?
We love you. No,
can't get that out.
Hard cut out.
If you're going to tweet about the show, and when you do, and you decide that it's a thing you want to do, you're going to use the hashtag StupidCast. And when you do that, Shane will see it. I think he gets an email or something. And he's going to take your name, and he's going to put it into a song form on the episode that he sees it. So that's a thing you could get. So do that.
Tell the world a prize worth winning.
If you want to leave a review and you want it to be honest, please leave us an honest review if you pick 3 stars or 4 stars. We want to know how we can improve. So, without further ado.
If you want to leave a review and it just be like a fake Amazon review, just 5 stars, and it just says the product was great, that's fine too.
Do that too. Yeah. It helps just boost us up the list in the podcast place. All right, everyone. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.